Well, John, happy birthday firstly. How's today been? How's the week been ahead of the final game of the season against Hull?
Yeah, thank you. Thanks first of all. It's been a good week. I think off the back of a really positive result at the weekend, we've tried to keep things as normal as possible. We know we've obviously got a big game coming up at the weekend, and the most important thing for us is to make sure that we finish on a high and also get through without picking up any injuries. And I think it's a really important thing for us towards the back end of the season to make sure that we're positive. We end the season in a positive manner. We're 4 unbeaten at the moment, which is good, and I think it'd be good to roll into the summer with that record extended. So it's been a really nice week. Obviously the sun's out as well, so a lot of happy faces.
What's the reaction been like to a good point at Hillsborough on Saturday?
Very positive, to be honest. I think that considering the nature of the game, the emotions of Monday with the Watford game and how everything was with the awards dinner, etc., on the week building up to the game, and how difficult it was actually going a goal down early. I think we were really pleased to perform as well as we did and get the result. So once the dust has settled, I think, or when the dust settled, we were really happy with going up to Middlesbrough and getting a point.
How nice has it been to be out here today in such glorious weather? Almost a sort of tinge of pre-season to it, if you must.
Yeah, it's been great. We've got to get the right balance because we still have a job to do and we've still got the game to play at the weekend. So we have to make sure that we're serious about that and we're serious about going to try and win the game. We know it's an absolutely massive game for Hull, and there's a hugely important relegation battle down at the bottom. So we play a part in that. We have to make sure that we do our job. But yeah, it's very nice to be out here in the sun, regardless of what the game means at the weekend.
Yeah, what will the approach to that game be like for you personally?
Well, it's going to be as always. I think when we went up to Hillsborough, it was exactly the same. We wanted to try and win the game. The emotions that we felt as a coaching staff and as a team throughout the game were exactly the same as they would have been for any other game. Even though the pressure wasn't necessarily on, but to be honest, the pressure's always on. You're always being judged. You're always being watched in terms of individuals, the team, the coaching staff, everything. So we have to make sure we put on a good performance, least of all because it's a massively important game, and we've got to protect the integrity of the league.
What are you expecting from the opponents, who will be sort of right up for the fight, as you said?
Yeah, the biggest game of the season for Hull, and we've got to recognise that. They're going to have a really big away following, and every time I've seen Hull this season, they've been excellent, to be honest. So it surprised me that they're down there. It surprised me that it's come to this with the squad and some of the players and some of the play that we've seen over the past few months and actually all season. But it's going to be a very interesting mix of, I think, Portsmouth fans with a lot of relief and hopefully in a celebratory mode and slightly different for the Hull fans.
I can't imagine much has changed, but what's the injury news going into the weekend?
Very little, actually. I mean, we've nothing that's going to affect the weekend, but we had Iban and Paddy training today, which is a real positive. Apart from that, everything is as normal. You might see a deal behind us running around doing laps. He's not going to be fit. We're not going to risk him because of the fracture in the hand. But apart from that, we've got the same squad to select from that we did at the weekend.
And just finally, how nice will it be to close out the season in front of a packed out and, like you said, celebratory mood at Fratton Park?
Yeah, it'll be really nice to go back home. It was nice last weekend to reward the travelling fans with a game there wasn't a huge amount of pressure on, and a draw, a rare draw away from home. That was a good thing for us, I think, with the fans travelling all the way up to Sheffield, because it was one heck of a journey on the Friday and the Saturday as well. And again, to sort of say thank you to the fans on Saturday for their support through the season. It's been immense. It's been absolutely immense all season. We speak about it week in, week out. Sometimes, sometimes we forget how lucky we are at the football club, but certainly this year it's been a huge part of the relative success that we've managed to have on the football pitch. So I'm very grateful that we've had it, and we're really looking forward to saying thank you at the weekend.
I'll add just one more on. You mentioned earlier about going into this game 4 unbeaten. How important is it for you, and how much of a part can that play going into a brand new season with such a good run of form behind you from the previous one?
I think there's a lot to play for. We have got everything to play for as well. There's people, like I said, always being judged, whether that's players, whether that's the system, and we're trying to achieve a certain thing going into next season, and also the confidence. I think the confidence we can take from the weekend, we can build going into Saturday, and we can build again when we face the first Championship opponents on August the 9th.